Welcome to C language technical discussion. I am Rajendra here from APSSDC. Today we are going to discuss on C language. So before going to the C language, first of all we know what is language. So we know that a language is nothing but a communication between the two persons. If I want to express my information with anyone, I have to use one language. It may be English, it may be Telugu, it may be Hindi. So to communicate with the system also we must use one language. One of the languages are C language. So before talking about the C language, so first we see how many what are the categories are there for the programming languages. There are three types of languages are there. One is machine level language, and second one is symbolic language, third one is high level language. We have three types of categories: machine level languages, symbolic languages and high level languages. So during the 1940s, machine level languages are introduced. During the 1940s, machine level language were introduced to communicate with the systems. What does that mean, machine level languages? Machine level, machine understandable language. Machine understandable language means system understands zeros and ones. This machine level language is also called as binary language. It is also called as binary language. After that, so to communicate with the system by using the binary language or machine level language, it is very difficult. Small type of punch cards, something very small kind of applications were developed by using the machine level language. If you want to go for high-end, it is very difficult by using the machine level language. To avoid this problem, next another language were introduced, symbolic language, or it is also called as middle level languages. So middle level languages are assembly language. One of the example is assembly language, but system cannot understand this middle level language. To convert into the middle level language, we use compilers, translators, assembler, interpreter, compiler. These are all are the translators. Translator means converting from source code into the machine understandable language. After this one, 1960s, during the 1960s, high level language were introduced. High level language were introduced. High level language means C, C++, Java, all those things were introduced from 1960s. In fact, Java introduced in 1991, but C language were introduced in during the 60s. So first you can see here the machine level language means it understand the only zeros and ones. Understand only zeros and ones. This is the example program by using the machine level language. By using the machine level language, this is one of the program. This program name is multiplication program in machine level language. You can see how much length is there. Okay, we will also write the same program by using the C program. You can see the difference between the machine level and high level language. So here we understood that the only language which system understands, that is machine level language only. That is machine level language only. So next another low level language or middle level language example. It contains the instructions, which contains the instruction to the computer: move, copy, push, call, retrieve, all these things are instructions are here. You can see these are all the instructions. So, once these instructions we need to write. These instructions are where once it is written in the form of the instructions, we should have the assembler. Assembler means converting from this low middle level language into machine level language. That is the job of the assembler. The same program you can see by using the C language, multiplication program. So, this is header files hash include stdio.h. It contains the header files. Header files means STO, standard input and output dot h. H means header files, which contain the printf and scanf statements are available in this header file. Here into main, here main is execution start from the main only. Execution start from main function. So, this is the beginning of the C program. This is beginning of the C program. These are the variable declarations, local variable declarations. Next, scanf. Scanf means which is used to read the data from the keyboard. It performs two actions. One is reading the data from the keyboard, next storing into the variable. That is the job of the scanf. We are storing into in number 1 and number 2. Okay. Result will be stored into the result variables. First, we are storing into the number 1. Okay. For example, I entered 2 from the keyboard. First 2 is stored into number, 2 is stored into number. Next, another number, I entered another number, that is 3. 3 is stored into number 2, 3 is stored into number 2. Result equal to number 1 into number 2, that is 2 into 3. 2 into 3, that is 6. 6 is stored into result. 6 is stored into result. So, here 6 is stored into result. Printf is a predefined function. Result means that is 6. 6 is displayed on the screen. So, return 0 means we are not returning anything to the operating system. For that reason, we are writing the 0. So, here why we are writing the here int means because returning 0. So, 0 is integer. So, return type is integer. Okay. So, anyhow this is one of the example program. We will go in details later. So, basic terms we go for the C language. So, first we go for the what is the definition of the programs. Program is nothing but it is a instructions to the system, which is a instruction to the system which carry out a specific tasks, means which is a instruction to the computers which perform a specific operations to solve a specific problems. Next, another term is algorithm. In the programming language, these terms we will get generally. Algorithm means it is a step-by-step procedure that accomplishes a desired task. Generally, algorithm will be written before writing the programs. So, what is the definition of the computer? Computer is an electronic device which perform a logical operations, calculations, which contain there are three main parts. There are three main components. One is processor, memory, next input and output unit. Input and output unit. Processor, memory, next input and output unit. So, what is operating system? It is a collection of programs is called operating system. So, every software, if you want to execute any operating system, we must install the operating system. Operating system is nothing but one of the special software. It is not a hardware, it is a special software we must install. Then only our applications will be executed with the help of the operating systems. And operating system coordinates the sources of the machine, which provides the tools to users. So, one simple program creating and running the program, C language, writing and editing programs. First, before writing the C program, first we should open one editor, C editor. C editor means you can use a turbo C, or you can use any editor, any C editor. You can use any C editor. You can download it from the internet. You can download it from the internet. Next, once we have written the program, next second step is compiling the program. Compiling means converting from one source code into the machine level language. Converting source code into machine level language is called compiling the program. Next, linking. In C language we will get the linking. Linking means which links to the header files. Next, executing the program. This executing the program will be done by the operating system plus CPU. Operating system plus CPU. Operating system will execute with the help of the CPU. Just see here, this is header files. This is header files. This is header files. This is the C program. C program. So, simple program printf hello world. Printf hello world means hello world is displayed on the screen. Okay, hello world is displayed on the screen because printf means whatever we have written inside the double quotes, that is printed on the monitor. It is printed. Return of 0 means once it is printed, 0 means we are not returning anything. So, 0 means here a integer, so return type is integer. So, every function should have one return type. Every function should have one return type. If this is a main means, main is a special user defined function. Special user defined function. If you do not write here void also, no problem, it is optional. It is optional. Okay. So, we will see some So, first what are the features of C language, now we will see. So, we will see what are the C language. It is very easy to learn. So, it is very easy to learn compared to previous language, that is assembly languages. Second, it is modular language. C is a modular language. What is it is also called a structured language. It is also called a structured language. What is structured language and what is modular language? From C language onwards only functions were introduced. Functions were introduced. Example for the modules means functions. Functions. Okay. For example, large program is divided into subparts, submodules. These submodules are divided into units. So, this mechanism is called modularity. This mechanism is called modularity. Large programs are divided into submodules. Again, these modules are divided into tasks or units. So, here independently these tasks can be developed. This task can develop one person, this task can develop another person, this task can develop one another person. Once it is done completely, it will be integrated together and hand over to the team lead or project leader. Again, he will project manager will take the all the modules and combine together, integrates together, it forms a project. This project will be handed over to the client. So, because of the modularity, here the if we get any errors, so it is not impacts to other module, and it is very simple to debug the program, debug the project. So, wherever the error is there, we can directly go to there and fix the bugs. That is one of the major advantages of the C language. In the previous languages, these modularity features are not available. Modularity features are not available. And next, third feature, I think I hope you understood the modularity. Next, third, it produces efficient programs. It produces efficient programs. By using the C program, we can design the low level applications. Low level applications means what? Operating systems, new software, new languages. We can derive the new languages by using the C language, and editors. Okay, all those things are comes under the low level applications. So, it supports, next to another feature is it supports portability. Portability means, for example, I have written one platform that can be compiled into another operating system, but very less changes are required. Very less changes. For example, I have written the C program in Windows operating system. If I want to execute the same program in Unix operating system or Linux operating system, simply I need to recompile the program. Once it is compiled, I can execute. Very less changes are required. Very less changes are required. So, for that reason, we are saying the maximum it supports the portability. Compared to the Java language, it is 100% portability. That is the reason Java is a platform independent. But C also supports the maximum portability language. So, we will see some. So, why should we, when it is invented, what are the previous history about the C language, now we will see. First, C language invented to write an operating system. Operating system called Unix. Actually, C language were invented to write an operating system called the Unix. So, for Unix operating system, for C language were introduced to develop this operating system. Later, it is used in several applications, not only that operating system. Even Java is also a invented by using the C language. Even Java compiler also C language. Even JVM is also a C language. JVM.exe will be executed whenever we are executing the Java applications internally. So, it is playing very key role. Even in telecommunication systems also, C language are using. And next, low level device programming and monitor programming, mouse programming. So, in the networking programming also C language are using. Before C language, it was B language. Before C language, actual first name of C language is B language. In early 70s. In early 70s, it is used to call B language. Later is renamed to C language. Actually, right now currently C language is used using in system programming. System programming. So, where do we use the C language? First, in operating systems. Second one, so designing compilers, interpreters. Next, developing databases, drivers, network drivers, new languages, okay. This is the basic history of C language. So, to run and execute the C program, how to write C program, what are the steps are there? Steps. First, download or install C editors. Download or install C editors. Example, Turbo C, okay, that is it. Once it is downloaded, just open the second step. Second step, open C editor, open C editor. Third step, go to new write the C program, write the C program. Okay. Write the C program. So, for example, first program of my C program, just I am writing for example. First we must write the header files hash include stdio.h void main just write printf. This is my first program, semicolon is mandatory. Semicolon means end of the statement. So, once we have written the C program, next step is, this is the fourth step, right. Next step is, what is next step? So, my understandable language have written the C program, but system cannot understand this C program. System cannot understand C language or Java language or Fortran language or Pascal language. System only understand the machine level language, but how do we make the understandable? So, we should use one person, that person name is compiler. So, we have to compile this program. So, in Turbo C generally that shortcut key is Alt F7. So, Alt F7 I think. So, tomorrow we will see what is the shortcut key exactly. So, so we need to compile this program, compile the program. Compile the program. Once it is compiled successfully, next execute the program. So, we will get the output. We will get the output of the program. So, here the structure of the C program we will see. Structure of the C program. It is a first, see here, this is preprocessor directive. Preprocessor directive means just now we have seen that hash include stdio.h, all these are comes under the preprocessor directive. Next, global declarations. If there is, if you want to declare any variables before the functions, then it is called the global declarations. It is optional. Next, this is the main, means C program starts with the executes starts with from the main. This is the main function. Whatever you have declared the variables, those variables are called local variables. If you are declaring the variables inside the functions, those variables are called local variables. If you are declaring the variables before the function, then it is called a global variables. Next, printf or any logics, those are called statements. Those are called statements. This is end of the main function. End of the main function. You can write something like this also, void main, beginning of the main, end of the main. This is also you can write. It is nothing wrong. Into main means we are not returning, if you are writing the return statement, then we have to write the int. If you are not writing any return statement, just we have to write the void. So, you can see here text editor. Any C editor is called text editor. Programmer will write into the text editor. We will write here in the editors. These programs will be written by the programmer. Okay. This code is called the source code. Source code. This is called source code. Next, once we have written the source code, next step is we compile the program. We compile the program. Once it is compiled, it will become the one objected C. It becomes the object. Dot object file will be created. It contains the zeros and ones, which contains the zeros and ones. Okay. So, this is linked with the header files. This is linked with the header files. Okay. These header files are stored inside the library. So, this linker, this library files are executable files. Okay. So, whenever you execute the program, so it runs our application, we will get the output. We will get the output. We will get the output. So, here the first line is so we have just seen preprocessor directive means. This preprocessor directive means which contains the special instructions to the C language, which contain the special instructions to the C language. Which gives the instructions to the C preprocessor to prepare the program for compiling. That is the job of the preprocessor directive, and it is included as a keyword or reserved word. So, which is begin with the #include. So, the meaning of the angular brackets means which lookups the header files which contains in the library files. The meaning of the angular braces means which searches the library files. Library files means .h files, .h means already defined C programs are called .h files. If it is a .c means user defined C programs. Here you can see here once again here the angular brackets indicates that this file is to be found in the usual place. This stdio.h file is included because it contains information about the printf and scanf functions. Not only printf, it also contains the scanf functions. So, if you do not write the stdio.h, we will get the error wherever printf and scanf functions are used. So, it must be included stdio.h before using the printf and scanf functions. So, global declaration variables no need to discuss right now. So, main another is main function. So, these functions actually functions are not we discussed. First you just remember that main is a special user defined function. Main is a special user defined function. C language starts execution from the main function. C language starts execution from the main function. It is a every C program one must contain the main function. Every C program should contain the main function because operating system calls the main function only. So, next tomorrow we will go for the next topic in C language. Now today only the demo of the C language, introduction to the C language. Tomorrow we go for the more examples about the C programs. Thank you.